Welcome back to my channel. So for today, we're talking about capitalism.
So what is capitalism? When we say capitalism, first come up into our mind is the money or a profit. Capitalism is an economic system and mode of production and means production are largely operated for profit. Capitalism is an economic system in which private individuals or businesses own capital goods. They may determine where to invest, what to produce or sell, and what at which prices to exchange goods and services. So there are three things in economic system. First is wage labor. Wage labor refers to the socio-economic relationship between a worker and an employer in which the worker sells their labor power under a formal or informal employment contract. Also referred to as paid work, paid employment, or paid labor. Second is private ownership. Private ownership is the fact of being owned by a private individual or organization rather than by the state or a public body. Some example of private ownership is most famous companies in the world are privately owned, including Facebook, Cargill, and Mars. Though privately owned companies come in all sizes, a vast majority are small businesses. Third is production for exchange and profit in capitalist mode of production. Under the capitalist mode of production, both the inputs and outputs of production are mainly privately owned, priced goods and services purchased in the market. Production is carried out for exchange and circulation in the market, aiming to obtain a net profit income from it. In short, capitalism is based on a simple process money is invested to generate more money. Capital is a short of capitalism. When money functions like this, it's function like capital. Example, when company uses its profit to hire more staff or open new premises and make more profit. Next is a features of capitalism. Private property not owned by the government, individuals own property and resources. Second is a large-scale production. Capitalism arose as a result of industrial revolution which made large-scale production possible. More production means wider use of capital and lead to more profits. Third, profit as key motive. Money left over can be spent in any way the manufacturer wants. Production under capitalism is profit-oriented. Fourth is competition. In capitalism, there is extreme competition between capitalists. Demand is artificially increased and supply is decreased, or supply is increased and the demand is decreased. There is cutthroat competition under capitalism. Fifth is price mechanism. In capitalism, the price of a commodity is determined not by the cost of production but by the law of demand and supply. Six is a wage institution. The objective of the capitalist is to pay as less wages as possible and to take as much work as possible out of him or her. Seven is money and credit. In capitalism, institution of credit has become important. The capitalists get money on loan and develop their businesses. 8 is laissez-faire competition. There is no governmental control over the forces of production, distribution, and exchange. It is controlled by the forces operating in market. 9 is responsible capitalism. It is essentially a free market economy but with a degree of government regulation to avoid the excesses and inequalities of capitalism. 10 is turbo capitalism. Refers to an unregulated form of capitalism with financial deregulation, privatization, and lower tax on high earner. 11 is crony capitalism, a term used to refer to the situation where business success is related to strategic influences with civil servants, politicians, and those in authority. 12 is a state capitalism. It occurs when state-owned industries play a key role within the market economy. 13. In capitalism, there are across the health, social good, being the best, freedom, economic growth, and equality. In capitalism, there is also a cons, which is a waste, starvation, danger, propaganda, and pollution. And lastly is future capitalism. Capitalism has only existed as dominant economic system on planet for a little over 200 years. And it is entirely reliant on us, the working class and labor, which is must exploit, and so it will survive as long as we live. So next, here are the captains of capitalism. Andrew is a captain of the steel industry, drove his competitors out of business by being the first to open steel plants using the Bessemer process, able to cut cotton. He also the gospel of wealth, stating that people should be free to make as much money as they can, however, they should then give it away. John Pierpont Morgan is an American financier and industrial organizer, one of the world's foremost financial figures during the two pre-World War I decades. He reorganized several major railroads and financed industrial consolidation that formed the United States Steel. John D. Rockefeller is a Standard Oil Company made him one of the richest men in the world. He also sold cheaper product because he owned all steps of oil refining process, vertical integration.